Thank you, Zina. Thank you, Jacques. Thank you, Siya, and congratulations for being back. Jacques, you said in the beginning of the week you're going to give Siya as much time as when he's productive. And you got 40 very good minutes out of him today. What do you hope to get out of him next week, or are you just leaving it on the match day again?
Yeah, we'll have to obviously sit down and do a team selection for next week. But yes, the plan with Siya was, as long as he's productive on the field, we're going to leave him. But we got capped by the medical team on 40. So we were never going to give him more than 40 minutes. And we had a conversation and said, listen, you go out as hard as you can with as much intensity as you can. And the moment that we can see he's not productive anymore, which obviously didn't happen, and the moment he feels, listen, I'm not productive anymore, then we will pull him. But we said, we from the start, we said, listen, we probably, if everything goes according to plan and you're productive and you feel good, then we're probably going to give you 40 minutes. Yeah, and that's what we did. That was a guideline by the medical team.
What did you get out of this match in terms of seeing the guys like Siya, Ox, Jaden, and also not having any injuries? But for you, what do you believe that you got out of this match?
Yeah, obviously, what we got out of this match from a Wales team, I think I think it's fair to say, and not being any disrespect to Wales, but I think they could have selected a much more experienced side. But they obviously, like we did against Wales and Bloemfontein, I mean, we made 18 changes that week. I think they made a couple of changes this week because they probably want to see who of their French players can go to the World Cup. And from our perspective, we knew we were going to get a desperate guy, a young guy that would improve himself. We're playing against Siya. And that's what we got. I think if you look at the first half, 20, 30 minutes, I mean, it was a grind. And we really had to be clinical in our approach to almost start wearing them down. So that's what we wanted, and that's what we expected. And because we didn't know them so well, I mean, we had to find solutions within the game. Like, for instance, I thought their kicking game in the first half was excellent. Because we don't know the wingers that well and the nines that well, we almost had to find solutions during the game. So I thought that was a great preparation for us.
Thanks, Zina. How's it, guys? Siya, that was a great 40-minute showing there from you. How good did that feel? How much confidence does that give you now? And overall, what did you think of your team's performance in that game?
Yeah, it felt amazing. The fact that I didn't have any fear going into the game. I think our training sessions prepared me a lot. I remember we were doing a contact session, and I asked the guy to hit me a little bit softer, and Peter Steph came to me and like, trust on you, you're fine, you know. And those kind of things, you can't buy that. Somebody has been through that. And so it was really good for him and Archie and Andre. For me, it was really good. And for the team, you know, we did well. I thought our discipline could be much better, especially in the first half. But I think what we wanted to do is stay disciplined, you know, and stay disciplined in the system, what we want to do. I thought we did that well. But yeah, next week we've got a different engine. We're going to get up again.
We saw Marnie's pass with Damien up. We know what a great player the front and forth, and obviously the kicking didn't go so well. What's the message to him? Is there a plan B if there's a important kicker in the corner and a World Cup semi-final day? What's the message around kicking?
Kicking for
balls. Sorry, for balls.
Was he bad? How much did he miss? Three.
56%.
He missed four. No, he missed two conversions, two penalties.
Two conversions, two penalties. No, fuck. Just fire shots. Just keep on going. Yeah. That's it.
Simple as.
So
yeah, when you offload after 4 minutes, 119 days without competitive rugby, it must feel pretty easy to do something like that after just 4 minutes.
No, not easy at all. I think the work that like we've done as a group, my Jacques said, the medical team, and also like a guy like Billy, like he's ridiculous. Like he speaks to me the whole time. He organizes everyone. He sees stuff that we don't see. He just told me he's gonna shoot up, keep your feet. I'm gonna give you the ball. Exactly what he said happened, and I could get my hands free. And Malcolm was waiting for that. And that didn't happen by luck. We trained that and we studied them. all that we do in the week, the clips that they show us, we watch every single guy in their team to see how they defend. So it's not luck, it's not maybe my own personal thing, it's just how we work together and the preparation that we do. We actually spend way more time in meetings and on watching huddle videos than on the actual field, because you see those matches over and over again.
Hi, Jacques. You've also had the Rugby Championship and then this game. How much better do you think you can get going into France?
No, we have to get better going into France. We're obviously in a side of the draw that's knockout from game one. Having just to get out of our pool, we have to be on form, and I think that's what we're trying to do. Is probably spreading the load. Like today, we got RG got a full 80. I don't know when last he played a full 80. He said his diesel was singing, but it was good. It was good to get him, and that's what we're trying to do, to get everybody some match minutes. It's not always possible. A guy like Jaden got some minutes, and I'm happy. Like Siya got his first minutes today, Jaden got his first minutes, and Oxy got his first minutes, and I thought they utilized every single minute they had on the field. So we have to get better. We have to get better, more cohesive. Going before we play Scotland. Also, that's obviously our most important game of the world.
Jack, what kind of challenge do you expect from Scotland on the 10th, and what made of their what they gave so far?
Yes, to be honest, a lot of effort went into Wales. I watched them a little bit, but I think I will be thumb sucking now, and obviously we're on New Zealand now. From Thursday, our off day, it was full on New Zealand mode. After New Zealand and after these two games, we'll probably get a good look at them. But in fairness, I thought the little bit that I watched, I thought the attacking intent was good. They had good continuity on the ball. They kept the ball through phases. They put France under pressure. Obviously won the first game, and then had a narrow one in the second game where they actually came back. I think they were probably 20 or 15 odd points down, and then they pulled it right back. So no, listen, they're a quality side. They're not where they are ranked in the world for nothing. I think they're just behind us.
Jack, you managed the prospects of recreate similar history to the All Blacks did in 2011 and 2015. Now coming into this World Cup.
Obviously, I think it's. I think everybody would know that's our aim, and you can't hide from it. We want to defend the World Cup, and be the second team to successfully have done that. Being the All Blacks, being the first one who've done that, and obviously the added bonus, if we do defend the World Cup, we will be the first country to get to 4 World Cups. So it's a massive thing that we're playing for, and yes, that you can try and talk around it and talk it down, but that's our aim. That's what we want to achieve. And like you rightly say, it will be history.
Any thoughts on the Welsh back row playing against today? The young lads, one could be the Wales captain for the World Cup champion. Just how did you enjoy your tussle with them this morning?
Yeah, no. Honestly, I actually had a chat with Jack Morgan after the game, and I think we've also been in the same situation where we have a lot of guys, that retire when so many caps, especially before the time, and it takes time. It takes time, but you can see the will and the hunger that they have as a team. And talking to Will Rowlands as well, and losing guys like Dan Bigger the day before the game, Liam Williams, it is a big impact. But I have no doubt if they don't get it right in the World Cup, it might be after the World Cup. And I think the way that the people of Wales support them is important, and not lose hope in what they're doing. And the great side, I watch his clips before the game, the way he carries the ball, the way he tackles, he's brave, he's willing to put his head in the dark places, and that's how we know Wales. And I think they're probably one of the most similar team to us, and a lot of them have been through a lot, like a story of Liam Williams, where he comes from before he played rugby. That kind of stuff you can't buy, that kind of dog inside a person you can't buy. And I respect the Wolves so much, and I have no doubt that they will get it right.
Jacques, what mark will you give the Boks out of 10 for their performance today, especially on the attack and defense?
I stay away from marks. I got myself in trouble because I'm a numbers guy. But no, I don't know, Hendrik. Hendrik, there's still a lot of stuff to be done. Like I mentioned, I thought Siya also mentioned it. If you have discipline like that, and when you have a team in there 22, they have to exit, and you give away a penalty, which was a right penalty, and it was so controllable, and then at the next line you give away a penalty for jumping across, which is so controllable. That's the kind of stuff that we have to sort out. So look, it was a, like I mentioned, it was a tough preparation for us. Like Siya said, now there's a lot of players that we don't know. So there was a lot of effort from players off the field to try and get to know these guys, you know, and what do they bring to the game. So in terms of that off field, I thought it was excellent. The guys really prepared well in a limited space of time after their team announcement. And then, yes, and certain things I thought we were clinical. I thought from a scrum perspective, we got a couple of penalties there, and that probably saved us a little bit in the first half. We struggled with the high ball, like I said. We had to find solutions in the game to handle that. I think we handled it better at the back end of the first half after we got some solutions going. So that's how I think it was. But I'm going to stay away from percentages and numbers.
You see the yellow card real day. Your view on that?
Yes, got ourselves in trouble. I'm just going to say, listen, we just trust the process that there is. We get ourselves in trouble when we make online comments or media comments. Same question, just another word. We get in trouble. So listen, we trust the process in terms of the bunker, the process of referees and the calls they made. We had their comms. And their comms were excellent. I thought it was brilliant. The referees' comms. So I thought they said from the start, listen, this is a big decision. We have to take our time. They took their time, and so the process that the team of 4 followed to get to an outcome, can't fault that. But I'll stay away from that.
We'll take the